Hey guys, what's up? Chief Pat here, and today bringing you guys a brand new Clash Royale video, and today we're going to be covering some balance changes coming out inside of Clash Royale that you will be seeing on November 1st. Now the changes were just announced today, and it's only going to be affecting 5 cards, but hopefully it'll be making a big difference inside of the game. Now the very first card that we're going to be touching on is the Ice Spirit, which for me is one of the best cards inside of the entire game. At only 1 elixir, it provides so much value on defense, it even provides some great value on offense as a follow-up troop, and they decided it needed a nerf, and they decided to nerf it with a half-second reduction to the freeze duration, going from 2 seconds to only 1.5 seconds. So for me, I think this is definitely a justified nerf. It isn't even that strong of a nerf. It's obviously going to be effective, but it's not like they're ruining the card altogether. So personally, I think this is a pretty solid change. The Ice Spirit can be used in almost every single deck. So just giving it a little bit more weakness and making it so skeletons one day, the 1 elixir skeletons maybe might be a viable option again. Always a good idea in my mind, so definitely a solid change. Now moving on, the second card they're going to be touching on, keeping on the topic of ice, will be the newest card that just came out, which is the Ice Golem, I guess besides the Graveyard. So the Ice Golem is going to have its death damage increase by 74%. Now personally for me, I haven't had a great chance to test the Ice Golem just because of being level 13, I would have to have it completely maxed out to play it on the ladder, and I haven't really played it inside of challenges, but it seems like it hasn't been used at all. I actually have never played against an Ice Golem before, I just realized that, besides when I was preparing the sneak peeks or maybe messing around with some of my friends. So yeah, having the death damage increased a little bit should help it out. It should make it so that if people play like spear goblins or skeletons, that it helps out a lot as far as destroying those and then making it so it's actually worth it to play it. So it seems like a pretty decent buff. I think it's definitely a card, since I haven't seen it before, that might need a little bit of love. And yeah, 2 for 2 on the I guess changes so far, and let's go ahead and move to number 3. Now I was really hoping inside of the most recent balancing changes that we'd be seeing a lot more of the rage spell. If you guys remember, the rage spell had a change and it moved from 3 elixir to 2 elixir. Of course some of its stats got nerfed, but I was hoping that it would be a more popular card, since it was I guess it brought down to 2 elixir, and unfortunately it didn't actually end up happening. No one's still using the rage spell, so they decided to buff it again, moving its effect to 35% from 30% for the rage. So again, they're going to keep buffing the rage spell until it works. It's sort of like the Royal Giant. I remember when the Royal Giant first came out, if you guys remember, it was the worst card in Clash Royale history. It still has that title to this day, but eventually they just kept buffing it until soon it was just crazy OP and the most ridiculous card inside of the game. So I sort of feel like that's going to happen with the rage spell. I don't think obviously that's going to happen inside of this change. It's only a 5% increase, but I'm hoping one day the rage spell could be viable, and we'll see if that 5% increase will make that happen. Now speaking of rage, the Lumberjack is going to get changes as well. It's going to get the same exact rage effect increase to 35% from 30%. Honestly, for the Lumberjack, it's already a pretty solid card, and getting this buff will definitely help him out a bit as well. Of course, they just want to keep it on par as far as that rage effect goes for clarity. So yeah, decent change to the Lumberjack. He's still going to be pretty popular inside of the game, and I don't expect his play rate to go anywhere. Now finally, this is a change that I really like. For the final change inside of these balancing changes, one of the most annoying cards inside of the game. In fact, the first defensive card I ever played when I downloaded the game, and when I played it, when I was testing it, and Supercell showed me inside of their offices when I was out there for some sort of event, was the Inferno Tower. And the Inferno Tower used to be even stronger than it is today. It's gone through a lot of nerfs, but still, it is just such a strong card that they nerf it yet again, and they decreased its hit points by 6%. Now, it might not seem like the biggest change, but it should be a pretty effective way to tone down this card. In fact, I feel like a lot of the time when I use my lightning spell on an Inferno Tower, it actually has like 6% HP left. So I'm feeling like the new changes to this Inferno Tower might make it so you can one-shot it with the lightning spell. That way, when you're doing a lava lightning push, you're doing a golem lightning push, you're doing anything involved with the lightning push, it should be even more effective with the lightning spell. And of course, with any other card, it's going to have an easier time taking out the Inferno Tower as well. So personally, I am really excited for all 5 of these changes. I don't see one that I don't like. Obviously, it's not the biggest set of balancing changes. In fact, because you know, there was a recent balance change just a little bit ago, so they didn't want to go overboard, but it looks like they're just going to tune some things up as far as those cards go, and I definitely love that. You know, we don't want to wait weeks and months between changes, so even if they're going to make the changes smaller, as long as they come out sooner, I'm definitely a big fan of that, and I definitely like everything I saw inside of these balancing changes. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about the changes in the comment section below. Do you love them? Do you hate them? Do you wish there was a card that was touched on that you didn't see inside of these changes? Of course, I'll be reading your comments and replying to some of them in the comment section below. That's going to do it for this video. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.